There is no excuse for not showing up there, giving the symbolism of his going and really the tragic symbolism of his not going.
Now, when he got back to the United States, he did not visit Arlington Cemetery on Veterans Day or the day after.
And Donald Trump is the first president in almost 2 decades not to visit U.S. troops during Christmas time. The commander-in-chief has not visited any U.S. troops in any active war zone to date.
Does it concern you that he has yet to visit troops in any active combat zone? Is that hard to square with what he says about his support for the military?
Is there anybody back there who's more senior than us?
That was President George W. Bush making a surprise Thanksgiving Day visit to Iraq in 2003. President Bill Clinton, he traveled to Kosovo for a pre-Thanksgiving Day dinner in 1999. President George H.W. Bush, he went to have Thanksgiving dinner with troops in Saudi Arabia. That was in 1990. Now, again, these visits are often a surprise, so it's not out of the ordinary that the White House has not publicly announced whether President Donald Trump will make one of those unexpected visits to thank U.S. troops in a war zone. However, some veterans and former defense officials are frankly disappointed that President Trump has not yet visited American service members in a combat zone, not just on a holiday, but at all.
If he truly cared about the troops, he would go visit them in a combat zone. He would go to the cemetery, whether it was raining or snowing, to honor our heroic dead. He certainly wouldn't send 5,000 troops to Texas to defend against a caravan that is on its way to Tijuana.
What I found truly remarkable about this was how the mainstream media roundly criticized the president for not visiting the troops during wartime at Christmas. And then when they found out that he was there in Iraq, and 24 hours later, they criticized the manner in which he visited the troops. I mean, this President Trump can't win.
It's good that he went to see the troops. Important that he went to do it. He was criticized for it. Obviously, they wanted to address that. And so we should give him credit where credit is due. And it does give you the sense that this was sort of a box-checking exercise in many ways for the president. It was a serendipitous timing because it clearly was planned before everything that's happened.
That was the message from President Trump, who's now back in Washington this morning. But that was his message while visiting American troops serving in an active war zone for the first time as commander-in-chief. You know, the president's trip to Iraq and Germany, they were very good and valuable uses of the president's time over the Christmas holidays. And the troops he visited there were clearly happy to see him, buoyed by his presence. And I think every American should be grateful for that. But we should also be concerned that Mr. Trump once again used a captive audience of American heroes to push his unpopular domestic agenda, this time the wall.
Troops are not supposed to be involved in political activities. The U.S. military is not a political force. And there's no question the saying Trump 2020 and Make America Great Again, those are political slogans of the Trump campaign. They are not governmental saying.
The fact of the matter is, when you're in combat, you don't know if you're going to be around tomorrow. And so if you've got a MAGA hat in your bag, or you've got a Trump flag in your bag, and you want to bring it to meet the president to get him to sign it, God, just let him have it.